Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you all will be doing very fine. In this video, we're going to talk about what is georeferencing and how to perform it in ArcGIS Pro. Georeferencing is the basic process of assigning real-world coordinates to a spatial data such as an aerial photo, scanned map, so it can be accurately located and used in a geographic information system. There are many websites and many literature available on georeferencing. You all can check it out. Now let's start with how we will gonna perform this. Now there are two different methods, a common and simpler methods you can say used in ArcGIS Pro or in several other softwares as well. And in my opinion, Global Mapper is another really good software which can be used for georeferencing and ArcMap, etc. But we are going to perform it in ArcGIS Pro online. Yeah, ArcGIS Pro, sorry. And you can perform it in ArcGIS online as well. First of all, we are going to simply select any point on Earth. For instance, if you have any boundary, any imagery of anything you wanna place it and GeoRefer you can use. And in my case, I'm going to use the image of Moral Town in Lahore. Uh, you can do with any of place wherever you wanna use, you can use it. So first method is that if we have a single image without any reference inside ArcGIS Pro. For example, here you can see we don't have any of base map where we can perform, which is already on coordinates. So we can use that to georefer and other imagery. But we're going to see that as well, how we can perform that method. But first method will be using coordinates. So what we will gonna use, which we will do it by using 3 points. 3 points are, you can do it with 2 points as well. In my example, I will do it in 3, which is in accuracy, and I'm which increases accuracy. I would suggest performing it using 3 points, which will increase accuracy. So this is our second point, and place it here, our third point. Now what we are doing is that we are going to take the image of this. Let me save this image. So here is our imagery which we have taken from Google Earth. You can see it is, this is our base map, and here is our image which is out of coordinates. But what we are gonna do is that the beauty of georeferencing is this: there are many different techniques which you can be used. One can use, such as I'm doing the coordinates, which I prefer is that now here you can see we have some major roads at number 1, at point 2 and point 3. So if I focus on here we have it. So I have zoomed into the layer of Lahore, and Let it download a bit now here. Now here you can see there are, if we can change our base map from there as well into a hybrid or etc., or just as I have selected it on streets. I can similarly identify simply the points which can be seen on our imagery. We can mesh those points here as well. This is one method. We can insert coordinates. How we will do that is simply, if I select on properties, we have lat and long. Now bear in mind that longitude is basically x value and latitude is y. So keep this in mind because we use that in ArcGIS Pro. If I just copy this into our notepad, I'll meet you after copy and pasting all 3 points. So here we are. Now what I have inserted all of the 3 points, keeping in mind the x and y. X is longitude and y is latitude. Now keeping that in mind, we can now simply go to our image, zoom to layer. From there you must navigate to imagery, and here we have georeference. You can search it as well from here, and in imagery tab we will click on georeferencing. Now this tool has opened. By clicking on add control points, which we are going to use now, you can also use that to save those control points and import them separately after that as well, and we can transform it and so on and so forth. Now if I click here and right click, I have this target coordinates opened. Now let me enter all of these points. Just try to go in one direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. It is better to do it that way. It increases the accuracy. Now let me add all 3 points and let's see what will happen. And do not fear the if after entering one value the image position change or anything else. It is because of auto apply. You can uncheck that so that after inputting all the points we can apply manually. Completely inserted all the 3 points. Here we have the table of that, and now I will gonna click on apply. Now we seen nothing has happened. What will be the issue of that? Issue will be that we have entered this is one of the common mistake which I have faced with many of my colleagues and others as well, myself in the start as well. We have to keep our coordinate systems meshed. Now in below you can see the coordinate system which I have selected here is which it is projected coordinate system, but the coordinate system we are using in here is in geographic coordinate system. Now let me change that by going to tools options, and here we can select UTM, which is a projected coordinate system. If I open properties, here you can see them into it has converted them into easting and northing. Now also bear that in mind, what I have already told you guys, that if we go in source X, source Y, let me delete all the existing points which we have added and click here and right click. Now here you can see we have X and Y. What we are gonna do, we will use where is here, we will use easting on the X one and northing on the Y tab. Now here is the third point, and after completing all point we will click on apply. Now here we have, let's zoom it, sorry, save, and if we turn it off, here we have, you can see our points are there. Just bear in mind, if we are using UTM, then simply place X on northing and X on easting and Y on northing. Okay, so in this way we can perform it by one method of points, using points, if we do not have any benchmark. Okay, so after doing this, what we are gonna do, we are going to create another image. Let me do that. Another image here at the image tree. Let's select. Now first of all, bear in mind, if you have already georeferred an image, just save that one and close the georeferencing before doing on another image. Image 1, let me call it 1, and this one 2. Here our first image is GeoReferred, and using this as a base, as a benchmark, we are going to GeoRefer this second image. What we are going to do is now click here and again click on GeoRefer. Click on add control point. Now here, instead of clicking left, and when it says 2-point target, we will, what we have done previously is click right and use right click, and it all asks us for target coordinates. Now instead of doing this, what we're gonna do, when it will give us message 2-point target, we're going to select one, zoom to layer, and simply place it here on the first image. Again select the second image, image 2. Now due to the auto apply, it has already moved our imagery here. Now we will turn this one off and select 2, and if we turn back the first one on, select the control point, turn it off, it is barely off few points. Now here we have it. Save this one. If we turn the first one, now is off, our second image is georeferred as well. So these are two basic methods to georefer, and which I have already told you in the first one, that you can use the given base maps and use roads to, without doing the hustle of copying and pasting the coordinates, you can georefer using them as well. If you prefer coordinates one, you can do it using Google Earth. And just keep in mind the coordinate systems. Keep both of your coordinate systems in Google Earth and Arcgis Pro similar, so that you do not face any trouble. You can also export them by just data export raster, and wherever you wanna export, you can simply export them. These are the all methods, and I hope you will be getting a lot of help by this, and see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.